The court is going to find you guilty. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. With regards to punishment, state, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're asking for the 10 years in prison.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, I asked that he be sent, continued on probation and sent to ISF for a period of time to get his thoughts together.
The court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you.
Okay, friends, this situation is completely insane. We have a suspect in the courtroom who is currently discovering whether he is leaving with a suspended sentence or being hit with the maximum decade-long incarceration. This individual triggered a collision that resulted in his riders being gravely injured, and subsequently, he simply deserted them. Truly, who behaves that way? The legal system does not mess about with crimes like this. Seriously, abandoning the location of a casualty accident is a serious crime, and the magistrate is not in a merciful mood currently. Tell me your opinions. Is he escaping punishment, or is this the second his existence transforms permanently? Also, if you enjoy shocking legal proceedings, be certain to hit like and follow. Let's jump into the origin of this case.
You're charged with failure to stop and render aid, serious bodily injury. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you have a car accident, and your go-to is to leave. Why would you leave a car accident?
Everybody had left, and I just left myself.
Well, no, everybody didn't leave because there were two people remaining in the car, trapped, and somebody had to help them out. So why would you leave injured people behind in the vehicle?
I was one of those people injured in the car. And then I got out. They held me out, and then I walked home.
Okay, this is not where he's going to pretend he wasn't driving, is it?
We're pleading no contest, Your Honor.
Okay. So again, why would you leave someone behind in a vehicle that's injured?
You got out. Did you go to where they were sitting in the curb and speak with you?
No.
Okay.
No. Did you call for help for anyone? Why not?
Just being ignorant.
You see, let me just tell you what I know about life from my time on the planet. And I think I can say this because I have more of my life behind me than in front of me.
Yes.
Is that big things somehow ends up snowballing for young people into bigger things. Number one, there shouldn't have been any speeding. Number two, nobody should have taken any drinks and driven. And number three, if there's an accident, you call somebody. If you would have stayed and helped, if you would have called somebody, guess what? We wouldn't be here for a failure to stop and render aid. So how are you getting around town without driving?
I take the bus. I'll walk if I have to. I have a daughter that I have to support. So
How old is your daughter?
She just turned 1, March 13th.
Are you and the mother together or no?
Sort of. We talk. We're not married, so we don't live together.
How far did you go in school?
I stopped at 11th grade.
Why?
Just struggling with my family.
What does that mean?
Like, I have to take care of my little brothers sometimes, most of the time, because my mom is just not healthy. So I'm really like their dad, and I'm always there to help them out and stuff like that. So
what do you mean she's not helping? Where is she?
She lives with her mom. Yeah, she lives with my grandmother.
And so how old is your little brother?
My little brother, he's 13.
So where is your little brother living?
He lives with me with my uncle.
So was Child Protective Services involved?
Yeah, they're talking to my mother right now. So there's a case, I think, that's open with my mother.
So what are you planning on doing for the rest of your life? Are you going to be working at Bohannon's, or are you doing something else?
No, I was gonna work at Bohannon's for a little bit until I get my own apartment, and then get my GED and eventually try to join into the military with my friend.
Thus, this individual who triggered the collision is currently informing the magistrate he desires to reform his existence, enlist in the armed forces, and essentially transform into a champion or something similar. I mean, interesting narrative, but let us not overlook that he abandoned his riders following gravely wounding them. That is not precisely an exemplary action, correct? The legal system is not regarding additional opportunities, it is regarding responsibility, and a serious crime flee elude with casualties can place you for a decade within prison. Furthermore, the judge appears as though they have witnessed every justification imaginable. What are your thoughts? Should his abrupt career objective create a distinction here or not? And certainly, I understand, this youth endured a difficult upbringing. He is presenting that information as if it is a total exemption or something, but if we are being honest, many individuals have troubled childhoods and they do not go about performing acts like this. Your history might clarify your decisions, but it certainly does not justify them, and it is definitely not a release from incarceration unconditionally token, particularly when you are endangering lives. Do you believe the justice is accepting the pathetic tale, or is he approaching the entire 10 years? Let us return to the details.
Well, I always tell people you can't keep saying you're gonna, because you're gonna wake up and 5 years of your life will have passed you by. You understand? Cats 1 and 2, was there some sort of theft involved? Is there a reason for cats 1 and 2?
The case that was TIC was a burglary of a habitation, Judge.
All right, so here's the thing about burglary of habitations, right? I haven't been presented with any evidence, so I don't know what it says. But what I do know is that entering people's homes without their permission, it's going to end up resulting in one of two things for you. One, it's going to end up being a prison trip. And burglary of habitations, range of punishment is 2 to 20 years. Or either you're going to break into somebody's home and you're going to be shocked to find that they are at their home and you may end up being shot or killed. And you know what people are going to say? It was justified. You're in somebody's home, you're not supposed to be. So I'm going to put down cats 1 and 2, but I can give you cats 1 and 2 course in 2 minutes. Don't take what does not belong to you, which people should have learned in preschool. And when you go to someone's home, only go if you're invited, and then when they ask you to leave, leave. Life is so simple, people make it so much difficult than it has to be. So cats 1 and 2. And the MRT, which is supposed to teach you right from wrong, which again, we should learn that in preschool, right? If everybody would treat others the way they would like to be treated, you will need the MRT course. So remember that as you're taking that course. I'm going to want him tested for levels. And those levels need to start going down. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Very well, so currently the magistrate is introducing one of the collision casualties into the digital proceeding, and this is becoming significantly more emotional. This woman possesses permanent wounds because of what occurred, and truthfully, I feel truly sympathetic for her. Seriously, can you envision having your existence transformed permanently because someone simply elected to be irresponsible? The statutes consider injured party consequences extremely gravely in matters such as this. It is literally a component that can influence punishment significantly. Also, inform me in the feedback what you individuals believe concerning this litigation currently. Let us plunge in to witness what she has to disclose.
Ms. Pettis has some words to say to you. I require that everyone treat everyone with respect, so just listen and internalize what she's saying. You may proceed.
After everything, I don't think that you should be in prison or, but I did suffer injuries that are like for a lifetime. And I just want you to understand that because I did go through all of that, you do deserve to go through some kind of consequence. Did I cut off?
Yes, you did.
They keep calling me that, so I'm sorry. But yeah, that's all I have to say. But I do forgive you. Like, it happened. It's been a long time already, but I just didn't, I hope you just know where I'm coming from, James.
All right, thank you so much. Do y'all need to speak with her?
I don't believe so. We have contact. We can talk to Ms. Perez after this. Thank you, Ms. Perez.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, probation will go over conditions with you.
Very well, so here is the situation. The magistrate penalized this individual with supervised release the initial occasion. Truthfully, not a poor decision, seeing as the substitute was a decade in penitentiary. However, pause, because this is the final occasion we shall observe him. In the subsequent footage I shall display to you, this individual is returning to the tribunal, and speculate why? He explicitly declined to engage in his community supervision. Honestly, how do you ruin the single opportunity you were provided to escape substantial incarceration? The justice is preparing to berate him, and believe me, it is becoming volatile. Now, I actually believe supervised release was a reasonable verdict initially. I mean, it provides individuals an opportunity to reform situations without proceeding directly to penitentiary, and it is intended to be an additional chance essentially. And viewing that the casualty was quite merciful and remarked that she pardoned him, you understand, I believed it was a wise choice. But if I represented the magistrate and this individual returned appearing as if not performing any of the supervision, I would be extremely irate. Supervised release is not an exemption, it is an assessment, and if you collapse, you are contemplating the entire decade you were attempting to escape. Honestly, what is the cognitive strategy here? Simply improvise and anticipate the magistrate overlooks it? But let us proceed and plunge into this extremely volatile sentencing because the magistrate appears prepared to erupt.
Are you the same James Madrone who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 2437 for the offense of failure to stop and render aid serious bodily injury on March 21st, 2022 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, James Madrone did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January and December 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
State?
Your Honor, we waived the other violations alleged in the motion.
No objection.
All right. Mr. Madrone, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, I understand.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
It's not, Your Honor. We're going open. We are asking for the 10 years, Your Honor. I believe the defense might be heard on it.
All right. Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're requesting that he be placed on probation, that he be given weekly UAs and intense supervision. Basically, Judge, this was a lot dealing with financial issues. He has 2 small children that he was responsible for, living with his grandmother at the time. He's now presently employed. I believe he has the resources now to continue taking drug testing and support his children. So I think basically, Judge, if we give him weekly UAs and ISF and put him back, not ISF, with intense supervision, that he's able to complete the probation successfully. You have anything to add, James?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
James Madrone.
All right. It says here that you didn't talk to the manager and you left when asked to stay in the lobby by the probation officer.
Your Honor, I was my grandmother, thankful for her that she helped me with my burdens when I had to do these reports and everything, and she would have my kids in the car while I'll be reporting. So at that time, I really didn't have too much time to be there due to my being responsible for 2 children. So that was just that at that time. That was it.
Okay. That doesn't make sense to me. Your grandmother is helping you with your children.
Yes.
And how old are your children?
3 and 1.
All right. So she's helping you with the 3 and 1 year old. So you're telling me your grandmother drives you to see your probation officer
Yes,
and then says, I can't wait.
yes, Your Honor.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's just like I have real no support, really none. It's just me out there.
All right, so your grandmother is not supporting you.
Well, in a way she is.
Thus, this individual is here claiming he deserted his supervision officer because he required to collect his children, perhaps, but subsequently he begins asserting his grandmother was assisting him, solely to completely retract and state he is receiving zero assistance whatsoever. Honestly, which is it? You cannot simply invent justifications and anticipate the magistrate to agree. I do not know about you, but this person's narrative is appearing more assembled than a poor collective assignment. What are your opinions? Does this even appear credible to you? Truly, supervision is not some relaxed recommendation, it is literally the tribunal stating perform this or you are proceeding to penitentiary. And rather than maintaining his narrative consistently, this man is over here behaving as if the magistrate is going to believe anything he utters. Frankly, if I represented the magistrate, I would be observing skeptically so intensely currently. Do you believe he is simply spiraling, or does he truly imagine this is a robust defense? Let us return to the details.
In a way.
All right, and then it says that they tried to have virtual meetings with you and you kept rescheduling and they allowed you to reschedule it and reschedule it and reschedule it.
Again, I had financial burdens.
So you didn't have a cell phone?
No.
You couldn't get a ride by via bus?
Your Honor, my grandma lived in Leon Valley and she moved over there by Lackland Air Force Base, and I did not have reliable transportation.
Oh, no. I know for a fact that there's transportation by via for Lackland.
Oh.
And you know how I know there is that? Because one time I made a mistake and got on the looper, which I believe is the 510, and it takes you all around the city. And I was like, wow, this is where the bases are.
Yes, but where I had to report was over there by 1604 in Bandera, which
Via.
yes, Your Honor. They canceled that bus route. I know it sounds like if I'm making it up or not, but yes, they did cancel that bus route for that reason. That drive was very, very extreme.
Did you pick up the phone, call probation and say, hey, this
Yes,
is
Your
where
Honor.
I am? Okay.
Yes,
All right. Any other questions?
Mr. Madrone, my name is Hank Wilkins. If I ask anything you don't understand, just let me know and I'll try and rephrase it, okay? Do you know the last time you reported? The last time I reported was this year? Yes. It was this year? So would you just promise when the probation thinks the last time you reported is November? Did you ever do the CATS theft course? No. Did you do the CATS 2 theft course? No. Did you do the moral recognition therapy? No. Did you do anything on probation? I had parenting classes that were available online, which I did do, and it waived over my community service.
I'm sorry to interrupt. How can you do the parenting classes online,
They
but
were
you
for
can't
free.
report? No. But you can't report to probation online. Explain that to me.
I did report to probation online every time I had a Zoom meeting. And when it was in person, it was hard for me to be able to report due to my lack of transportation. Do you remember telling probation in January of this year, they're not going to do anything? No. Do you remember telling them, I know the judge will reinstate me? No.
This individual is definitely fabricating, as I am uncertain if it is only my perception, but everything regarding him broadcasts culpability, the physical posturing, the clumsy hesitations, the manner he is faltering through his vocabulary. It is projecting I absolutely uttered that, but I shall simulate I did not. Subsequently, he possesses the audacity to assert that supervision will accomplish nothing. Friend, supervision is literally the single obstacle remaining between yourself and a decade in penitentiary. This fellow is such a fool, it is actually nearly remarkable. What would you individuals perform if you represented the magistrate here? Truly, the man likely imagined the magistrate was simply going to overlook everything regarding him, like, oh certainly, supervision infringement, no significant concern. However, I am uncertain, I am simply quite certain that is not how the framework functions. You blunder, they retract you, and this magistrate appears as though they are preparing to demonstrate a lesson he shall never overlook. Let us plunge in, and currently we are preparing to witness the punishment here.
You understand that when you pled to this offense, that's a third-degree felony, right? You're looking at up to 10 years in prison.
Yeah, I do understand. Yes, I understand.
And you knew that, and you still didn't do these conditions of probation, right? You didn't do the
No.
moral recognition therapy.
Not that I had faced financial burdens, so I did not have support from the mother of my children. She was attending school at the time, but now I have a reliable job. I have the means to prove to the court that I could be responsible in finishing my term with the probation.
Seems like the easiest thing to do would be to report, though. You didn't report it all this year, right?
No, because she said that she was going to file a motion to revoke, and I had said that, okay, that we have to do what we have to do. That's simple. That's what I had said in that response.
I'll pass the waste, John.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Probation. Was there any restitution for Elise Perez and Kimberly Soto? All right. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. With regards to punishment, state, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're asking for the 10 years in prison. This is a third-degree felony. This is a SBI, Your Honor. Some other cases we're taking into consideration of this plea. The defendant had opportunities to plead in the position. He didn't do much of anything on probation. I was trying to get some more information today. None of the answers are very satisfying to the judge. So we're asking for 10 years in prison.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, I asked that he be sent, continued on probation and sent to ISF for a period of time to get his thoughts together. Be able to get out on the street and be a productive member of society and also a father for his 2 children.
All right. Oh, yes. You wanted to add something?
May I address the question?
Sure.
Yes, I would like to say that I would like to suggest no tolerant probation, where I may be supervising weekly UAs. I do not use drugs, and or an outpatient program, intense outpatient program that I can prove to the court where I can be responsible in completing my probation successfully.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you will sentence you to 8 years in the prison. There's to be no unsupervised contact with the minors. Court will give you credit for any time served, and the court will request the therapeutic community. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes.
All right. You do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. I can't force them to place you in the therapeutic community. You'll have to request that. And then it's completely up to them whether or not they place you in the therapeutic community.
Your Honor, what was the consequence again?
Oh, you're going to prison for 8 years.
I'm going to prison for 8 years,
Yes.
and that's the done deal.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Inform me within the feedback what you individuals considered regarding that punishment. 8 years constitutes such a lengthy period, like, contemplate where you resided 8 years previously. I sincerely scarcely even recollect anything from that far back. Do you individuals believe he merited the entire 8 years? Personally, I truly do not. Hear me out though, do not attack me quite yet. I do believe he requires proceeding to penitentiary, but 8 years feels so substantial for merely skipping supervision. Perhaps something like 4 years would have functioned slightly more equitably, but hey, I am not a magistrate, so I sincerely cannot declare for certain. However, simultaneously, I somewhat comprehend where the magistrate was originating. This individual completely disrespected supervision, which constituted already an additional opportunity. And let us not overlook, he injured multiple individuals without even exhibiting concern. That is no minor matter. The statutes are structured to safeguard casualties, and when you behave as if you are above them, there exist repercussions. Honestly, this individual might be the definition of a blank, so yes, incarceration is where he requires being, certainly, and to discuss his response at the conclusion, it was sincerely invaluable. He seriously could not believe the magistrate delivered him the entire 8 years. Like, what did he imagine was going to occur? A reprimand on the wrist again. It is almost as if he overlooked how grave this entire circumstance was, or he sincerely thought he was going to escape with it from the beginning there. But observing his countenance fall when the judgment arrived was something else. I am going to conclude the footage there. If you individuals appreciated this video and desire to observe more material exactly like this, be certain to strike that like button and follow. And seriously, inform me in the feedback what you individuals considered regarding this tribunal proceeding. Do you believe the punishment was equitable, or was it excessive? Thank you individuals so much for viewing, and stay well.